Hi, it's Rhonda. Welcome back to the Distressed Princess. If you're new, thanks for joining us. And if you're returning, glad to have you back. Today, I'm doing very simple DIYs that don't even require painting. I got this picture frame from the Dollar Tree, and it has 2 pieces of glass inside of it. So my idea was to take this piece of fern that also came from the Dollar Tree and try to press it in the middle between the 2 pieces of glass. So then the first thing I did was unwrap, and you need to take the picture out and be very careful while you're doing that because you'll need that picture for another DIY later in the video. The glass slides in and out of the frame. Just be very careful because I feel like it's kind of delicate. The picture is glued down pretty good to this glass, so I used my hair dryer to heat up the glue, and then it comes off a lot easier. So once you get the pretty picture off of the glass, you're left with residue from that tape or adhesive, whatever it is that they use. So the first thing I tried to do was remove it with the Goo Gone, which is a great product, and it's from the Dollar Tree, but it wasn't quite cutting it. It might have loosened it up some, but it wasn't quite doing the trick. So I went and got my scraper that's also from the Dollar Tree, and that peeled it right up. Then I went back over it with the Goo Gone again, and it was totally removed. So Goo Gone and a scraper will get rid of whatever that is that they use to hold that picture down. And before I went any further, I wiped that piece of glass off with a clean towel because the Goo Gone has a oily feel to it and it just needed to be cleaned off. Now for the ferns. This is just a sprig that I had cut from a bunch that I had got from the Dollar Tree, and I figured 2 was a good number to go inside of this frame, and so I laid it up against the glass to see how long I needed them to be, and then I just cut them to the size I needed. Then I arranged the 2 pieces of fern inside of the frame, and I tried to make sure that I had them laying exactly how I wanted them to lay and try to hold them down while I slide the second piece of glass back over the top of them. And while I was sliding that glass back over them, they wanted to get a little wonky, so I used a butter knife to slide up in between the 2 pieces of glass, and that didn't quite do the trick either, so I had to take the glass back off and rearrange. Just be patient and it will work out. Then just bend the tabs back in place and you're finished. For the next simple DIY, I'm using this large glass vase that I got at Target for only $5.99. And I'm going to use this, I don't know if it's a wall decal or a window cling. I guess it's a decal that is from the Dollar Tree, but I love what it says, and I love the writing, the font, and I think it would be the perfect thing to pretty up this vase. Now I'm just pressing out any air bubbles that might have gotten in there. I already love how it looks, and I swear I think I just put it out empty with nothing inside it, but I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to fill it with is some flowers that I just recently got at the Dollar Tree. And you can stop right there if you want, but here is another option if you don't like your stems showing. I take a mason jar, a regular wide mouth mason jar, but anything that you have, a bowl or something to put down in the middle to take up space, and then some of these rocks from the Dollar Tree. And I didn't have enough to just use one kind, so I'm going to mix these, and I really like the mixed look. I think if I had it to do over, I would mix them up again. It would have been ideal if I had enough rocks to completely cover the glass, and that's how I would do it if I had my way, but I didn't have enough rocks, so I'm using some Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree just to cover up that remaining piece of the mason jar that didn't get covered with the rock. Now you can arrange your flowers, and your stems will mostly be hidden. The way Piper was sitting behind there, it kind of reminded me of, I don't know, a scene from a movie where you peek through the jungle bushes and see the wild cat. And I kept wanting to add stuff to this flower arrangement, and I had these plastic twiggy looking flowers that came from Hobby Lobby a good while ago, but I'm sure I got them 50% off because I never buy their florals unless they're 50% off. And I think that the brown twig part really adds to the white and green that's going on in this arrangement. And here is the finished arrangement, and I think she couldn't be more beautiful. And the last DIY today, I'm using this picture frame that I got from Dollar General, and at the time that I bought it was buy one, get one half. And I'm also using these gift bags. Well, I'll only just be using this top one from the Dollar Tree. Remove everything from the frame, including the glass, because I like to use the glass to use as a template to trace out whatever I'm putting in the frame. So in this case, I'm going to use it to trace out the right size square of this pretty green plaid that's on this bag. Then I do a fitting just to make sure that it fits properly inside of the frame. Now, do you remember the bicycle picture that we saved from the first DIY? That's what we're going to use to make this last DIY. And I'm cutting off the bottom part of the picture that has the dimensions on it or whatever that was from that other picture frame. And I'm just using the pretty part. And I'm using tape glue to attach this picture to the plaid piece. And you could use a glue stick too if you wanted. Replace the backing and you have a really pretty picture to display. And here's a look at all of today's projects. Hey, Hey, thanks for stopping by and watching my video today. Remember, I post every Tuesday and Thursday. You can catch me over on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Bye.